Hi, and welcome to the session. In this session, I'll show you how to install Oracle Database 12.2.0. Oracle Database version 12c release 2 on OEL, Oracle Enterprise Linux 7.9. I'll show you etc. Red Hat release it's a 7.9. So for that, we need to have a virtual box. I'm doing on virtual machine. So we need to create a machine with 4 GB RAM and 40 GB hard disk. So I already set up that one. If you need, if you want to see how to install VM and Linux software, you can watch my YouTube Rax Infotech YouTube channel. Okay, let us start this. For that, we need to install prerequisites. Linux related yum update we need to install, and then we need to install the guest editions and then enabling the clipboards. These are all part of the VM install and OS operating system install. This part is completed. Now we are going to install directly that database. For that, we need to add this IP address in our etc host. Okay, let me share that cat etc host. So I have added my IP and the host name is a primary. How to find the host name? Host name. So primary is my host name. That is done. Then this is our basic RPM for release 2, 12c release 2. So let me install this by using M utility or M tool. I'm going to install the prerequisite for 12c database, 12c release 2. Okay, so it is succeeded. So we have successfully installed the Oracle database 12c release 2 pre-installed one. Then we can change the password for Oracle user. ID Oracle. It is there. So Oracle user is there with the group O install and DBA groups. These are all for this Oracle user. So if you want to change the password for that user, how we can change password, passability Oracle. Give the password, enter the rename that, re-enter that password. Password updated successfully. So I have connected to that user. This is my Oracle user, which is already connected with the same password. Okay. Or else let me show you, clear this. Let me connect to this session 192.168.56.115. It's my database IP. Okay, Oracle is the user. I have already given the password, right? Once we log in with the same password, it picked up. So this is my database server. Database not yet installed. Okay, only operating system installed and server is just configured. Let me prepare the parameter file. Not the parameter file, I can say bash profile, environment setup. This is our bash profile. We can read this cat bash profile. I have exported the path. Host name is primary and my unique name, database unique name is ORCL PR, primary PR means, and the base location. And this is my Oracle home location where our database 12c software will be installed. And SID is ORCL is my SID. Database name is ORCL PR. Clear? I have set up that path as well. So we need to check some of the prerequisites, like if this is as part of our Unix operating system installation, we can check that. But in our case, we can check it here itself. So this Selenium C Linux permissive by default, it is enforcing. We change it to permissive. Okay, or else you can disable it also for some of the one of the prerequisite for this. So we can stop the firewall. I already stopped the firewall to avoid this in real time. We will not do this. Okay, firewall stop and disabled. Done. Then we can create the directories. As I said, here we have updated our home path and all, right? Those paths, whether we have or not, let me check. We don't have such files. I just define my path should be this. And then I mentioned this, but physically those are not existed. Now I'm going to create my directories. Okay. So we need to create this from the root user. Okay. So directory has been created. This is my home directory where I'm going to install our 12.2 database software. Okay. Earlier I checked it, right? Nothing. This file. Let us check now. See here, we have this under this path. We have a product directory. So directory structure has been created, and then this bash profile I have updated, right? This one just I prepared before I enable that one. I have prepared. Now we can unzip the software, database software. Okay, that also we can do it from root user. For that, I have enabled one shared path, shared folder. Why? Because I haven't copied directly to the server. I used this my local machine D drive where my softwares are located. For that, I have created a shared folder for this one that I can access from here. df-h. You can see all the mount points. This is my shared folder. It is not existing on my database server, but I just mounted. So inside of that location, I have 12C software. Here it is. So here it is the software. It's the 12C binary. How we need to download, I'll show you that. Okay. We have to log into eDelivery site, edelivery.oracle.com. There we can search for Oracle database 12C and search it. So we will get all the 19 and other database versions also. If you want to go for Oracle Database Standard Edition, you can go with. We will look for Enterprise Edition. These are all standard editions it is showing. Enterprise Edition, where it is. These are all 12.2 in-memory database one. That is okay. Where it is. We can look for Enterprise Edition, 19C Enterprise Edition we have. Oracle Database. Enterprise Edition. Search. See here, this one. Okay. 12C Enterprise 12.2.01 is our version. Just you can click it. It will add it to your queue. I think I have added this one and click on continue. So we have to select our path. Okay, which one, like on which operating system we are going to install. And we are going with OEL, right? Oracle Enterprise Linux. Select this and download only the software. Other things is not required. Okay, why? Because I have selected 2 times, right? This one also we can select. Otherwise, you can unselect all these things. Select this database. Here you can select X Linux. This is also 3.2 GB something. That's it. Only both are same. Okay. It's standard terms and restrictions. That's fine. Click on continue. All these remaining things is not required. Click on accept this and click on continue. 839960. 83996001. The same one I have downloaded. Click on download. It will open Oracle Download Manager. This is grid software. The same way we will download that as well. Okay. And then I have copied to the shared location where I have created the shared folder. From the server from the server I'm accessing this software. So I'm going to unzip the software file which we want to unzip, and -d destination location where we want to unzip that. I'm looking to install that one in the home directory, this location. So as of, let me show you, in this directory nothing is there, 0 files. If you want to go inside and list the files, nothing. Okay, in this location I'm going to unzip the software. Enter, unzip the software and the location, destination location. It will take a few seconds, I think. Once it is done, we will change the permission. Why? Because we are unzipping this from the root user, right? So we need to give the Oracle user and install group. for U01 folder, then that is internal, all the files will having the OS user Oracle. So it is completed. Unzip is completed. Earlier we tried, right, before unzipping. See, we have this database. PWD. So let me check whether we have all the files unzipped and done. So we have completely, this is the software files. It is not yet installed. We don't have a DBS. We don't have any other things. Why? Because we did not install anything. But we can initiate this run installer to install our software. For that, we need to set the Oracle home. Let me check. This is our Oracle home location where our software files has been unzipped. Okay, but as of now, these files are having root user and root group, but we need to make sure that should be Oracle group and Oracle O install is Oracle user, O install group should be set up. So by using ch1 command, I have made that one. Let me check now. See, it's completed, right? Also, we can make sure give the proper permissions. chmod 775. So complete. Earlier, this group doesn't have the right permission. Now I have given 777 means the user which is there. This user can do anything. And the next one is group. This group can do anything. So whichever is having Oracle user and O installer group, they can do select, insert, update, modifications, everything. And this is for others. Others can read and execute it. They will not do any write and other things. That is the permission I have given. So, yep, I have unzipped the thing. That part is completed. Then we can install the software by initiating this run installer from the same location. Okay. First, you can check Oracle home path is set. Oracle SID is set or not. Then from where we are under Oracle home location. Then issue the run installer. Permissions access, right? Vara inventory. So earlier we have U02 inventory. That is depending on this one. So we can remove the previous inventory and then we can reinitiate this. Give me a few minutes. We'll see. Okay. Previous inventory issue. So that we have modified that inventory. Now I have initiated the run installer one. Okay, before I have installed one more database which is pointing to U02 inventory, but I have modified that to U01, which we are using this home and inventory. Okay, then here it is the configuration step-by-step thing. Okay, here if you want to receive the Oracle support related information, you can take that. Let me take a snaps. Okay. Here we are not selecting anything. Uncheck this and then. Okay, let me take this thing snipping tool. That is a better option. Take a snipping tool and then take this and make it necessary step only. Then proceed further. Click next. This is okay. We can expect this. You will not receive any other notifications and that is fine. Click on yes. And this we need to uncheck. That is fine, right? Now we click on yes. Then create and configure your database. We are not going to configure the database. We are just creating the database. For that, click on install software only. Later on, we can install by using DBCA command, database configuration assistance. And then we will proceed. This database I'm going to create for the DR setup. In upcoming session, I'll show you the DR as well. Click on next. We are not creating the rack instance or also rack one node instance. We are creating only single node database. It's a standalone database. So keep the same thing and click on next. we can proceed. Next. Enterprise edition, it requires 7.5 GB in the mount point. We already have sufficient storage. If you want to go with the standard editions, we can click on that, but we are going with enterprise edition only. Enterprise editions are used by the multinational companies, big organizations. Small organizations, they can go with the standard edition. It's the license cost is very high in enterprise edition. Standard edition is little bit cheaper than enterprise edition, but we will get limited functionalities here. Okay. So Oracle base location, as I mentioned in my profile, bash profile, this is the path. If you want, we will cross check also here. Home, Oracle location. Here we have a bash profile, cat bash underscore profile. See, I have mentioned my base is U01 app Oracle. U01 app Oracle, and home is this part, software location. Software means where we unzipped Oracle database software, right? That path. That is automatically pick up. Why? Because we set the environment before going to installation, right? That will set up. So now that is done. Then click on next. So the selected Oracle content directories are files. Are you sure you want to continue? Click on continue. Yes. There is some thing happen on this one. Why? Because after unzipping, I have database is created. Click on yes, and then we see. Click on yes. Okay, then these are all the DBA groups. If you want to keep the same thing, you can keep it. Why? Because we already have ID Oracle user is already having the DBA, but our primary group is O install. If you want to select, we can make all groups as a O install things. Otherwise, you can keep default also, that is fine. I'll make it O install for all the groups. And then select this, click on next. So our prerequisites, if any issues, their storage issues, swap issue, or any other prerequisites are missed, it will throw an error. If there is no issues, we are good to proceed our installation part. So Oracle Database 12c release to installer. So this is our information. Disk space is required 7.5 GB. We have 17 GB is available. And our DB installer location. Database edition is enterprise edition. Only software we are going to install. And the base location is this software location where we have unzipped our software files. This privileged all the groups we given O install only. Okay, if you want to save this response file, we can save it. The way we are going to install this is GUI mode, but if you want to go with non-GUI like command prompt level or silent mode installation, at that time we can use this response file. Okay, and at that time everything we can manually edit the file, this DB response file, and then we can initiate run install with run installer with that file name. That's it. I just saved it. Some already existing name is there. I can override that. That's no problem. So now we are good to proceed for installation. Click on the install button and then proceed. So it will ask some root scripts will be there that will inventory, registry, and tab entries for that will prompt you after around 70% is completed. We will get those scripts. Installation won't take much time. It is very quick. If I could provide more than 6 GB, it could be a bit faster than this. As of now, our this database installation, I used 4 GB RAM only. So it is a bit slow, but it won't take much time. So meanwhile, I have connected to root user, right? Yes. We have to execute some scripts, root scripts. And in next 1 or 2 minutes, we will get that. Once we received around 70 to 80%, we will get those scripts. This one, execute root scripts. So this is copying the files. It means what it is going to do, right? Let me show you that. So U01 app, Oracle, product, home location. Earlier we have only few files is there. Now see how many files it is going to create it. We have, I'll show you that as well here itself, right? We have only stage, response, SSH setup, RPM, run installer, installer. Only these files is there. How many? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 files. Okay, 8 files are directories, including the directories. But here you can see how many files? More files, right? See, a few more also it will create. All these things is done by this one only, copying the files and linking the libraries. Libraries is bin folder. All the database related supported libraries will copied over there only. Yeah, we are about to receive this one, almost done. So set up Oracle base and root scripts, almost done. RMAN utility, it's a backup utility that is also. If you want to see, we can see the click on the details. We can monitor what are all the steps completed. So these are all the copy files are copied. It is loaded to Oracle Home, and the library support files, everything, net and network services, listener and TNS related things, network listener things, all the functionalities. Okay. See our homes, database homes and other things. Now we are ready to take the scripts. It's preparing the script now. Some of the scripts, enterprise edition 12201 is going to install, saving the inventory. This information is going to save in your inventory, Vara inventory. Okay, files are going to extracted. So all the base informations, that's it. Okay, this script we need to execute from the root user. Copy the script. Here they have given instructions, right? Open the terminal window, go to the root user, run the script and come back with OK. Let me go to here. I already connected to the root user. Let me take a snap of this and then take off this. Then I'm going to execute the script from the root. Select by default value user local bin. Vara inventory already exists. Overwrite, yes, you can write it. You can overwrite. If we need to, if any entries is there in the Vara inventory, if you want to install something new, you have to clear that Vara inventory properly. Otherwise, it will prompt in this way only, right? Do you want to set up Oracle TFA now? Yes, I mentioned TFA, trace file analyzer. This is going to set up that. Let me take a print of this. Generally, it won't ask if Vara inventory newly we are going to create. Okay, leave it this part. Yep, this is successfully completed. Take a complete screen, then we'll close that. Now we can click on OK. Then our installation will completed. See here, if you want, we can take this log file as well. This log is there. U01, Vara inventory location, log file location, all these details will be there. So completed our setup. Oracle database 12201 successfully installed. Okay, close this and take the snapshot of this. So our database is completed successfully. Then click on close. That is finished. So we have successfully installed our Oracle database. This is our run installer script where we invoke this one. So this I will take it. That is fine. On the top, we need to mention this where we have initiated the run installer one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let me check. We have successfully installed our database. Oops, here. Okay, here. Let me connect it to SQL prompt. and then we will check 12.2.0.1 is the SQL this tool version. You are connected to ideal instance means the database is not up and running. So we haven't installed our database, right? We just created the software. Okay. So just software has been created. If you want to start, we can start no mount. If P file also we don't have, right? Let me check. We should have DBS location. See, we have only this in it, that is the basic thing. Even we don't have that parameter file completely. Why? Because we just install the software only. So we have successfully installed the database, right? Let me, then next we can use DBCA command to install or configure our database, DBCA. So software installation is completed successfully. Now we can use DBCA configure 12.2 database. Let me initiate the DBCA echo $oracle echo $oracle underscore home, right? ps-ef, our instance is up and running or not. Let me check. Yes, ma'am. Nothing is started, right? So let us configure our database. DB clear screen. DBCA command we can execute from anywhere after you set up your Oracle home and SID is properly set up. So this is the command. We will get our prompt to create the database. Okay, let me take the snap to take it. Then click on the create database. Then next. Here we can keep the database name, as I said, ORCL I'm keeping. This is a global database name, like, okay, local domain, it's a host name with the global name, that is fine. And the storage type is file system local. If you are using ASM, you can select that. But in our case, we are using local file system, and other DB unique name and all by default, it will be generated. And administration password, we need to set sysn system users and admin passwords. Let me set those password. Done. So if you set any normal password, simple password, we will get the warnings. But in this case, I set a strong one, so you will not get any warnings. If you want to create a multi-tenant in 12.2, create a container database and give the PDB name PDB1. Okay. Then advanced configurations, we are not going with that. So we are going with 12.2 PDB model. Okay. Click on next. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back and then take a snap. So by default, I leave it as it is and then click on next. So it's a summary where our global name, container database, yes or no. If you are unchecked that one, it is not a container one. We already checked it. That's where we are in a container. How many pluggable database? We are having one. And compatibility. This is a parameter file. Earlier we checked it, right? Here, let me take a duplicate session. CD $oracle home DBS location. Here we don't have a parameter. This is a default one. Okay, by default one, software level. When you are installing the software, it will come. But this time, if you are going to, if this is going to create a P file with this all these values. What is our audit file destination location? That will take it up. Audit rail name DB, compatibility, DB block size. By default, it is an 8K. Okay, even 19C also we have 8K block size. What is our database name? The global database name we mentioned, right? ORCL.local domain. This is the one. Global database name is nothing but the complete name of your database, including your DB domain name. DB name means only database name ORCL. And how many processes cursors under remote login, exclusive mode, undo table space, undo TBS, character sets, data file locations. Okay. By default, when you are going to create your database, we will get 5 table spaces, right? These 4 are the user main table spaces, and temp also will be there, and also 2 control files. Okay, this is one control file. This is for recovery backup of this one multiplex. So one control file and these 3 redo log groups. Okay. Then, yep, all the configuration is ready. Then let me, if you want, you can save this response file also. Okay, DBCA response, save it. Then take a print of this and then we'll click on proceed. Configuration is ready. Then click on finish. Then it will post a progress page and then we'll make it that. 4th step, right? Finish. Here it is. This is the progress where our database is going to configure. So copying the data files. Till now we don't have these data files, right? Let me show you the live PWD Oracle base location. We should have Ora data directory. So here ORCL is our database name. Our data files are going to copy here. So first the system data file is going to copying right now. See here, this portion copying the data files means system table space. Once this portion is completed, we will get all the table spaces. Once system is done, then sysops undo user data file. So this, yeah, next one sysops is system is completed, then sysops. And then user and temp. After that, it is going to create Oracle instances. SGA plus memory background processes will be there, right? Those will come into the picture, and then it will create the completion of the database creation. After finishing of this thing, then only it will convert. Like we have completed. This is alert log also they have. Now we have the alert log. If you want to monitor what is going on, we will monitor our alert log also from here. I think all the table spaces has been there now. Here, see here, that is the one. If you want to monitor the alert log, what is going on in the background while we are installing this one, we can monitor this as well. See, instance has been shut it down and it is going to progress further. Warnings and all. So it is progressing. That is where it is very important. As a DBA, we need to monitor our alert log. What are all the things happening on our database? We can read any alerts, any unexpected or warning kind of one. So everything is monitored on this one alert log file. That is where it is very important. We can monitor this file. So I think it will take bit time, like 15 to 20 minutes time, and then the database will be finished. Let me pass on this stage, and then once it is completed, I'll get back. After creating after finishing of these things, it will create the pluggable databases and also execute the post configuration actions, everything. So if you want to see after installation configuration of your DBCA database, we can go through the log base location. CFG tools will be there. There we have our database configuration related log files. Okay, let me pause here and then I'll get back once the installation is finished. So database is completed successfully. Configuration is completed. So we can see the status on the database. Our log files also see alter database default table space. It is automatically updated. After that, if you want to change this default table space also, we can do that. So it is completed successfully. Let me take a snap and then we'll check the database status to connect to the console. Close. It is finished. Check where we have initiated here, right? Done. So let me connect it to SQL plus as. Let me check PS-EF grab. So you have the ORCL database instance is up and this is SID, right? Instance is up and running. This is DBA. Okay. This is our SQL plus one tool version. This is our enterprise database version. 12.20. Select banner from VDAL version. This is our version. And the status, select name, comma, open underscore mode from VDAL. See, this multi-tenant container database or non-container database. So it is a container database. So this concludes our database, Oracle Database 12c 12.201 installation successfully on OEL 7.9. Thank you so much.